Good morning. Today's adventure, we are off-gridding it in a driveway, mooch docking, but the water pump is starting to cycle every 30 seconds. So that means A, we have air in the line, which we don't because I tested that. B, we have a leak that is protruding somewhere behind, so we have to pull all this out, look behind, and then see if we can find anything behind the Nautilus system or any leaks in the hot water heater, any of that fun stuff. C, there's a leak in the underbelly. Highly unlikely because we've been hooked up to city water for a while and I haven't had any pooling in the underneath belly. So I'm going to test that again, check. Or D, the diaphragm is going out in the water pump itself or needs to be a rebuilt kit. So we have to diagnose all those problems today. I couldn't find anybody really helping me with this on YouTube videos. So we're going to see if we can diagnose it together. So I'm going to start cleaning this out and we'll jump into it. So roll the intro.
A man and a woman left their home to switch things up and go on the road. They didn't know where they would go, but it's gotta be better than staying home. They switched it up. They switched it up.
You'd think they'd make this stuff easier. You hear it? Go RVing, they said. It'll be fun, they say. First things first, we gotta remove the rest of the wall stuff I put in here when I expanded. And that way I can check the pump. But there's no room in this thing. It's like a coffin. I see no water in here, so that's good. Okay, something interesting. It seems like I can hear air coming in the top part of this. Like it was sucking air in. It could be honestly just like a air leak that's happening in this because there is no water anywhere behind here. Nowhere. And I would, through the course of using city water, if there was leaks in the underbelly, we'd be seeing a whole pool of city water underneath. But there's no pooling of water anywhere. It's all dry. So it has to be something with this pump. All right, we're unhooked. Okay, so who we're traveling with actually has two water pumps. So we're going to try to replace the water pump, and then this one's rebuilt, this one's a new one, and then we're going to see how it goes, see if it fixes it. You can rebuild these, and so he put a repack kit on this one, so we'll try. Okay. Okay, stop. Well, Dave's rebuild kit isn't any good. All right, so let's discuss this for a second. Pump issue. It was running every 15 to 20 seconds. It would cycle for like 1 or 2 seconds to build back pressure. So after going through everything, I pressurized, let everything sit for 10 minutes, and then I left everything off and then ran water into a cup to see how much water was in the pressure, just to see if it actually went down, and it did. So it wasn't holding pressure, it was like the diaphragm was not, it was like going back through. And so I borrowed this pump from somebody that we're camping with, and he said it was rebuilt. The problem is, I'm not sure if he rebuilt it or when he got it they said it was rebuilt, because it started leaking real bad through here. And so we pulled it back out after I had a bunch of water. And then we were like, we're just gonna get a new pump. Well, then I took our pump that was in there completely apart. I pulled out all the screws, and I was kind of in the moment, so I didn't video it, of course. And I blew air through and moved all the diaphragms, blew air through, pulled this off, cleaned all this out, and there was some particles that were in there. And then we're like, we're gonna have to get a new pump. So I put the old pump back in after cleaning all of the works out, and now it's not doing it. So my thought process is, if somebody's watching this, this is something you can diagnose, is instead of maybe take your pump apart, it's literally like 9 screws. Some of them have washers, lock washers on them, so pay attention to which ones have lock washers, which ones don't. This comes off and there's a diaphragm there, and then move everything back and forth, blow air through it, clean this all out, make sure there's no debris, put it all back together, and then do a test. It's pretty easy to put back in, just to do a test before screwing it back down. And then, you don't know, maybe it sucked something through that it wasn't allowing the diaphragm to hold pressure, but now it's solved. So we're not having to buy a new pump now. We might buy one as a spare after going through this, but as far as knowing now what to expect, it's just something that you can check. I didn't find a video on anybody saying, hey, why don't you clean out the diaphragms and things like that, so this might be a great tip for somebody. The pumps aren't, you know, they're a dime a dozen, they're not that big, that special, but I'm going to give this back to him. Our pump is fixed. I've got to put all of the stuff back in, which is a complete disaster. But other than that, hopefully this little tech time with Todd might have helped one of you out. It's definitely learning something on the road for sure. So, that's it. Goodbye. Adios. Like, comment, subscribe. Be a doer of all things. And we're out.